What's up, everyone? Daddy Warbucks here, and today we are continuing our playthrough of Rime of the Frostmaiden. Karis is the DM through the series, so Karis, why don't you go ahead and take it away?
Our party is in their nautiloid, the Ascendant. As it comes through the fog and you see this island emerging out of the mist, even within the ship you can see or feel it gets colder and colder as you get closer in. And you see coming out of it the glimpses of various parts of the island with tantalizing glimpses of things that might be in the ice down there, shipwrecks along the coast, and a large fortress in the very center. As you come up close to the coast and the fog thins away right at the coast right there, you see 50-foot high cliffs of solid ice ahead. And as you heading out of the water of the coast, you can see a sunken ship right there, and you can see a dock. And as you get closer in, you start realizing the scale of this dock. And that isn't actually playing, is it? Let's try that again. As it comes close, and you can feel the mist permeate. It feels like it's permeating into your very soul with the cold.
Sorry, Tallies will wrap his cold weather gear a little more tightly around himself.
Have you given any instructions to the ship?
Not yet. I'll let's see where's going to be a good place to sit down. Based on what I can see from like up here, obviously I can see the place somewhat clearly. Does there appear to be any like an entrance anywhere?
Well, you do sort of see that dock down below as you're coming up with the huge high cliffs. And it does look like there might be a path going off from that. It looks as if this is sort of the main entrance to the island.
Okay, but I mean an entrance to like, here or the building, because I mean we can fly. There's why park here and work when we can just fly right to the front door?
So do you want? Is that what you tell it to do? Let me give you our nice.
Well, I'll tell it to circle the island,
Okay.
so that we can see any potential points of egress or ingress. Anyways, then.
And as the mist thickens and thins as it billows around you, around the ship, you can see figures in the ice down below. You can see shipwrecks off the island. As you move your way around the island with cliffs and gullies, at various points, there's never a place where it's clear for you to see the entire island as you can see it on the map here. You only get glimpses as you near it. So
Is there anywhere that's
particularly interest you? Yes, go ahead.
Is there anywhere where it's like large enough and reasonably flat to where we could land safely? I guess, do we even need to land? It could just hover and lower its tentacle for us to walk down, right?
In theory.
Villain is over at the deck looking over with you too. Do you know what you're looking for?
I'm looking for a way in. Oh wait, she's on the deck, right?
Yeah.
So no, I have no idea what she's saying.
Not in particular. You're the brains here. What are we looking for?
Well, we are looking for some indication of that little upstart Nass who took my orb. So we're looking for some sort of a campsite, perhaps. Although she might have made it into the central fortress. Do you have any sort of ways of detecting life down there, detecting signals, magics?
I just kind of shrug and look around to the rest of the group. Why do I need to detect it? I have eyes. My senses are sharp. I say we just head in.
So we need the codicil. And we need my professor orb. The codicil is probably in that central fortress, whatever that monstrosity is. Which, as you've come close, as you fly in close, looks like that.
There, I want to go there. I don't know what it is about that building, but I like it. I like the cut of their jibe.
I mean, it looks like there's a fairly obvious stairway that leads up into the skull.
Yep.
Are you not able to see the... Let me see here. Ah, you're not able to. Let me... There!
Huh. Whoa! Wait,
Well,
is
what do
that
you
the
know?
is that the stairway?
Well, it's not the stairway, but there is an obvious trail that you can see going in and out as you go past. Sorry, I did not realize that was on the GM layer.
Yep,
Didn't even
that's
know
what I
you
was like.
guys... I
Yeah,
couldn't
well, I
figure out
don't. I
why
mean,
you guys
just look
weren't...
for a way in.
I wonder how far Tallies could pull us up to this trail so we're not walking from here.
Yeah. How about you hover the nautiloid at the top of the steps? You lower us down right there to the door, and then we'll wait while you park and catch up.
Yeah, Tallies, park the car.
Give me a moment. I'm gonna ask the ship. Am I able to set orders at for particular conditions?
Yeah, like how autonomous is the ship? Like,
I'm not sure. So Tallies would know how to word it properly, but essentially, am I able to like preload it with an order? So like, if this happens, do this.
Certainly.
Okay. So in that case, if myself, Azatoth, Cairo, or Landar, Pip, or Andwise come out of the building and wave our hands over our head facing you, use your tentacles to pick us up and place us on the deck of the ship. So essentially,
Instructions accepted.
awesome. All right. So I speak to everybody else. I say, so what I can do is I've told the ship that if we if any of us come out and wave to the ship, facing it with both hands over our head, it will use its tentacles to pick us up and place us on the deck of the ship. So that way, what we can do is we can essentially get closer to the entrance, have the ship place us down, and then it's just going to wait there until we come back.
so then what if? Okay, hear me out. If it can accept conditional commands like that, could we let's say set it with the command with if we do not return to the Id Ascendant within 210 day, the Id Ascendant is to overload its energy reserves and self-destruct. And as I say this, I'm staring at the woman who hired us.
I asked the Id Ascendant if that is a possible command.
Self-destruct mode requires 2 points of contact on the main console.
Oh, all right. No automatic self-destruct.
So, okay, in that case, if none
Do
of
you wish to override?
yes. So if change parameters, if none of us, so I'm going to go through the names of everybody again, come out, and I guess if last command isn't enacted within 210 days, you were to fly, I don't know, 40 miles to the west and go as far down into the water as you can until functions cease.
You're gonna drown him.
Command accepted.
Okay, we now have a failsafe.
Also, tallies, if we are going to try to fly the ship up as close to the stairs as possible, instead of maybe you getting out and park it, could you just tell it to, once you leave the ship, to go park itself?
Oh, I'm actually just going to tell it to hover in the air, 100 meters above the 100 meters above the crown of the skull until, actually not maximum visual range of this stairway.
Okay. Who is on which deck?
So Tally's is in the chair.
Right, Tally's is in the chair. Who's on which deck?
I guess that would be up with tallies.
I'm down in the cargo hold.
I was on the deck wherever the lady was. I don't know which one that
Okay,
the
so
bottom
that's
deck.
that's the cargo deck, the outer
Okay.
cargo deck. Cairo, where are you?
Just following close behind and keeping ready.
Okay, so we'll have you down on the cargo deck with Azatoth and Valin. All right, so those of you out on the lower deck catch sight of a small flitting figure. And the small flitting figure comes up and it seems to be sort of gesturing at you.
So I'm just gonna kind of point, what in the hell is that?
That's a mephit. What is it doing? Mephits don't behave like that.
Are you saying it's dangerous? And I raise my glaive at it, holding it like a rifle.
Hardly. It's a mosquito.
I thought you said it was a mephit.
Yes, you idiot. But it is no more dangerous. I mean, it has a little bit of a zap, but you can swat. It's like a mosquito, for heaven's sakes.
How far away is it?
It's coming up closer and it seems to be gesturing and it says something.
Ooh, okay.
It's sort of squeaky, has sort of a squeaky voice and it says something that none of you on deck can make out.
Mm-hmm. In common?
And it squeaks and gestures some more, and it's sort of pointing at sort of down like and does some more gesturing. And it seems to be trying to communicate, but it seems to be doing it quite badly.
Is there any way to see out from?
Hey, wait a minute. What language is it speaking? I know Primordial.
Yeah, you can probably make it out then. So it has a heavy accent. Okay, yes. So you can sort of squeak it out. And what you sort of get from it is something garble, garble, guide, garble, 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 see, garble, garble.
It wants to show us something.
And it sort of looks hopefully at you.
I'm gonna just turn around and shout into the rooms behind me. Thales, take us to that thing.
Tally's is 2 decks up.
I don't know that. I'm just
And
shouting.
at the inside of the control chair.
I mean, but,
It's echoey.
you know, Azathoth's loud.
The point. Azathoth is loud. All right.
When Azatoth screams, I will relay the message to Tally's.
You understand that that's just gonna reinforce that me yelling at him works. Because I shouted it into the bay, and then he responded with what I wanted him to do. So
I'll respond in message. Yeah. I actually heard it from here, but let's go do it. And I
Okay. Now,
pilot,
what did Azathoth tell you to do again?
pilot the ship down there, and
in the direction where the Mephit is pointing.
Mephit.
The ice goblin.
Maybe we should have actually should have went just to the method. Actually heard what he was trying to say.
Okay, so Tallies cannot see the method.
South? Whatever.
so I guess the response to my to the message wouldn't be, yeah, I heard him. It would be I can't see where they're pointing. Where does he want me to take the ship?
All right, I'm gonna walk out to Azathoth and tell him what Tally said, that he can't see where we're supposed to be going. He can't see the method.
So then directionally, where is the method pointing? Is it's pointing?
It's sort of down and sort of off to the side, or it's or if you want to try and follow it, you can try and follow it.
But we're trying to direct the ship how to follow it, and he can't see it. Maybe we should land? Time to land? Take her down!
All right, I'm gonna obviously, because the ship can show me like the surrounding area, which I assume that it's doing now. I look around for a suitable landing area as close by as possible, and I ask the ship to take us down there.
Okay.
I'll call the command of like we come out and wave, pick us up and put us on. I call it Protocol 1, and I call if we don't come out within 10 days and go crash into the ocean, Protocol 2.
Okay, Protocol 1 and Protocol 2.
Just don't ever get those confused.
Yeah, Tally's Protocol 1, Tally's Protocol 2.
Okay.
We come out and then the ship is gone. There's a fin sticking up out of the ocean.
Okay, so you sort of set down, and the method kind of it sort of flutters down by you, and it comes up, and it comes up closer, and now that there's less movement and all, you can hear it better, and you can kind of hear it saying that, you know, but there's nothing here. Why did you come down here?
I turn and look at the woman. He says that this place is empty.
Well, it has a point, you know.
Hey, Finley, thank you for the sub. Welcome to the family.
'Cause
Holly
you're
will
in,
turn-
you're in
turn
kind
to-
of a rugged spot, and there's snow, maybe a little scrub. There really is nothing right here. Go ahead, Tallis.
Oh, I was going to say, Tally turns to Pip and says, "Hey Pip, would you mind heading down to like Azathoth and the others, and just telling the imp to just come up and speak to me directly, and then we can figure out what it wants. Because I can control the ship better if I know where to go, and I'm sure the imp knows where it wants to direct us, right?"
Yeah. And I'll head down to the deck with Astoff and the lady.
What are you doing here?
Tally's told me to just tell the imp to go up to the bay with him, so he can help control the ship.
But the imp is telling us that we shouldn't be here. It's a waste of time.
Well, Tally doesn't know that. I don't know. I'm just telling you what he told me.
Ice Goblin. Go with this one.
Goblin.
I don't know what this thing is either. What is it? An imp?
It's a mephit. It's an ice
Tally's
goblin.
called an imp.
It's a little creature that looks
trust
like
him.
it's a sort of deformed icicle, made out of deformed icicles, sort of things.
Ice imp. Over here.
And he
Is he
sort
gonna
of
follow me?
scowls at you as he sort of flies over. And he jabbers a bunch of stuff at you that you don't understand.
Take him up to Tally's.
And it kind of looks back over at the guy who sort of understood him, and looks back, and
I'll follow too. Tallis is pretty smart, but I don't know if he speaks primordial, so I'll tag along.
should I stay on the
Feline is following along behind you, and so even as you go up the stairs, she
Hey.
puts her foot on the bottom stair.
You stay in the cargo hold.
This is hardly a usual sort of situation.
Yet those are the terms you agreed to when you came on the ship.
Oh, for heaven's sakes! All right. And she goes back down and out. Deck.
She's probably
Okay.
got relevant information. We're like, no, you stay out.
We don't need her help.
No, we don't. We're strong, independent adventurers.
So Cairo here, sees her coming back out and hears her grumbling.
Hey, Cairo, make sure she stays.
Will do.
Thank you, buddy.
Oops.
Upon hearing this, Andwise is going to go sit on the stairs and fiddle around with, let's say a piece of rope,
Oops.
maybe 5 feet long.
There we go. Sorry. I'm sorry. Said something about 5 feet long. What?
It's fiddling
Upon
with rope.
hearing the conversation between Cairo and Pip, Andwise is going to go sit on the stairs on the cargo hold that go up
Okay.
to the next level. And I'm going to be sitting there fiddling around with a piece of rope that's 5 feet long.
Okay. Got it. All right. So Pip, Azathoth, and the Ice Mephit head up to the command deck, and the Ice Mephit is kind of looking around and comes up. It kind of chatters, comfy, nice environment, and words like that.
Once it comes up, I am going to cast Comprehend Languages on myself.
Okay. And so as it's coming up, you hear it saying, "This is a nice place you got here. Usually people have things too warm and all, but this is comfortable."
All right. So I'm gonna say. So you might not be able to speak it, but do you understand the common tongue?
Once it doesn't
Um,
respond, I'll translate
it,
into primordial.
uh, uh, tongue twisting?
Now, do you speak common?
Of course not. I am an enhanced
Right.
being.
So
Why would I speak something as stupid as common?
so listening to it speak, obviously I can hear that. I still hear its language as primordial or whatever language it's
But you
speaking.
understand.
It's
But I
Aquan,
understand it.
so it's the
So
water.
So you
so
can listen,
Water
but
dialect.
so
I'll
I'm
have to
gonna.
translate.
However, with the fact that I have like they're still kind of jumbled up, but I still have like all of the languages downloaded into my brain. Can I try and figure out words that might work to be able to speak through just well, word sounds about right based on what he's saying and what I know of the language that's kind of mixed up with other stuff. You know what I mean? Like,
Yes.
so maybe it requires some sort of check to see how well I can actually get by in this conversation. But
Yes. Give me something intelligence based.
okay, I guess investigation.
That'll work.
Ooh, 10.
Yes, with difficulty, it's going to take you some time. As time goes on, yes, you would pick up more and more of it.
Okay. Where did you want us to go? Oh, so where you want us go?
Well,
Fluffy kittens.
Leah, don't do that. Okay, so well, there are all sorts of places. There are shipwrecks full of loot. There are beautiful ice
Wait
sculptures all
now.
around the island. There are
Time out.
Yeti caves that are
Water
what?
goblin. You said there was sunken ships with what kind of treasures?
Well, I mean, don't sunken ships always have treasures? I mean, there's interesting creatures there that move around a bunch, and I'm sure some of them have all sorts of treasures because people come here, and sometimes it's the people who are bringing offerings to Oriel, and that sinks, and those offerings sink, and sometimes it's just pirate ships, which always have nice loot that they've accumulated over time, and the method keeps chattering on.
Okay. As it's
Feel free to
chattering and
interrupt me
chattering,
at
I
any
am.
moment.
Yep. As it's chatting, like Tally's opportunity to really try and pick up on as much as he can and specific like words, and then remembering the word and what it means, and so on, to be able to try and formulate the language as best he can. Again,
Do
it
you
would probably be
mutter
slow
any of
going.
that out loud as you do so, such that a descendant picks up on what you're doing?
No. Um, I mean, Tally's is a very cerebral person. He doesn't really mutter his thoughts.
Okay.
Yeah. So I guess the id ascendant also communicates telepathically. I am thinking it and working
True.
it
Oh,
out.
you're
So,
right.
but I don't know
You're
whether
right.
or not it would recognize it as because it's not a thought directed at it. I don't know how it would perceive it. I mean, maybe it would, maybe it wouldn't.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so we're trying to look for a group of. So I'm going to say, we look for other people came here not long ago.
The ship that arrived there crashed off of the northwest coast, I think, kind of over that way, and sort of points. And there was one survivor, but I don't think the survivor survived very long.
Why?
Sort of pulled out of the water and climbed towards the island, but didn't get very far.
Why didn't they get very far?
Died.
But yes, but how?
know. How do people die?
What do you even do with all your time?
I'm a tour guide. I do that with my time. What do you do with your time?
I kill tour guides.
Eek! And it just flaps back in the upper corner.
Wait, get back out here. We have more questions.
There's not much to do here. I mean, I could sit and it hangs on the ceiling
Okay, wait,
looking like an icicle. I could
what-
hang here like an icicle, and that's very boring.
Tell me about Skull Castle.
You don't want to go there.
I actually
So-
quite do, yes.
The lady doesn't like people going there.
What lady?
The lady! Ariel!
You've spoken with her.
Of course not!
Then how do you know what she does and does not deign to like?
Everybody knows this is her island. She doesn't like people to go there. People who try to go there end up like, well, they end up over there on that other side. Not quite as far as that other side of the island, but in the area.
What does that mean?
What do you mean? What does it mean?
For being a tour
It
guide, you
means
don't explain
it means
things
they
very
don't
well.
go to the castle. They go to this other place and they stay there.
Is this the place that's supposed to be the Netheril ruin?
I mean, it's a big skull.
No, I mean
And,
I'm asking about. I'm
I
asking.
thought that was
Arcane.
underground. Isn't that what the lady told us?
Yeah, but isn't this the place that's supposed, or is this the way?
This is
we
where
find something here?
the codicil?
Oh, so this is what we've come to get, something that's going to let us into the Netherese ruin, right?
I don't know. You know what? I think maybe we should just get a move on. This guy is confusing, and it hurts my head. And there's a thing over there that's ripe for exploring. Whether that's where this book that our benefactor wants is or not. And then I think we should check out all those sunken shipwrecks, because if people are just throwing stuff into the ocean as an offering to Oral, that means it's there for us to take. And then by the time we do find her book, we could be quite well off.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna tell the ship to take us
you
close
want
to
to go
the.
to the nice statues, or the not nice statues.
Yes, sure, go
Maybe
there.
the Yeti caves.
We'll go to the ice statues. If you can head there first, we need to get some stuff ready, and then we'll follow you there.
Okay. And it flies through the sort of force membrane out to the the deck there. And it sort of
Okay.
flies and it stands there, turns around, waits.
Okay. I don't know if you could see my roll. So basically, as it's getting ready.
And
to
so
leave
as
or whatever.
it gets out there, it flutters and it turns around, and its eyes narrow. Hey, wait a minute.
All right. So I tell the ship to take us to the as close as it can safely put us on the stairway, as close to the entrance to the like the skull cave thing as possible, using its tentacles to lower us down. Once we're lowered down, hover out at a range of maximum visual range of, like, the kind of the surrounding area. If we do, yeah, so and then enact protocol 1. So if we don't come out, then enact protocol 2. I'm also going to set Tally's protocol 3. If anybody that isn't one of us, so me, any of our specific party, tries to get up onto
shorthand of designated crew.
Yes. Sure. So if anybody outside of the designated crew enters this floor, basically I want it to like barrel roll. Just keep barrel rolling, spinning upside down, flying side to side as erratically as possible, but without crashing into anything.
Command accepted.
Okay. Okay. So I tell very like quietly. I'll tell Azathoth in Giant. So I've given it three commands. The first one is that once we're down, it's going to stay about as far away as it can, but still maintain its sort of visual contact of us. If we come out and we wave at it, it'll pick us up and put us on deck. If we don't come back within 10 days, it's going to fly 40 miles to the west and dive as far deep down into the ocean as it can, and stay there until functions cease. And third one is if anybody other than us tries to enter this this room, it's going to basically spin around and barrel roll and fly side to side and just be as erratic as possible. So anybody tries anything, they're basically just going to get slammed into walls and flung about, kind of pulped in the ship.
We should probably tell that to our benefactor downstairs. Because I think, without a doubt, they will certainly try to leave the hold once we're off the ship.
Most likely.
Pip's just going to look at the both of you. What are you guys saying?
Nothing. Don't worry about it. Adults are talking.
We'll tell you later.
So while this has been going on, Cairo, do you have any sort of conversation with Valin down there on the deck?
Not really.
Okay. So the ship has gone back up and has moved. You could, if you look out, you can see the ice method still sort of flying around, but it's not. But it's not. It's not approaching any closer again. It looks miffed.
While Azathoth goes and sort of tells everybody, I'm going to head back into the chair and tell the ship to take us and basically drop us off as close to the entrance as possible on the stairs.
Right. So, as you come out on the deck of the ship, and as you're starting to be, using the tentacles to go down, Valin is there. Am I to accompany you? And she looks at the lot of you expectantly.
Well, I ignore her and talk to the group. I'm okay with that. At least then we can keep an eye on her, make sure she's not like messing with our stuff.
Messing with your stuff.
I have nice stuff.
I am a harpel of the long saddle harpels. We do not mess with stuff.
Who?
Yeah, I don't know either, Pip.
Oh.
If you're
All
so
right.
important, remember, you needed us. We didn't come to you. For all your fancy titles and power and prestige, you're not the one in control here, all right?
Hey, Azathoth, I got a question.
What's up?
All right, she said she doesn't mess with stuff, but we're here to recover stuff that she lost. Aren't we?
Makes a good point.
Yep.
And she just glares at Endwise. Right. So rising before you is this 600-foot tall mountain of glacial ice. its peak carved to resemble a gigantic skull wearing a crown, as you saw in the image. And you're let down now onto these stairs, these enormous stairs hewn from the ice. And these are clearly made for giants. They are huge. And each, so that the step you're at is, a good 4 feet high, and the next step is a little bit higher, and the next step is a little bit higher. They're covered with snow and rime on the ice. And as you are set down, you find the footing quite slippery and treacherous. I
Good
am
job, we got
going.
crampons.
This is
True.
true.
Very true.
I am going to move you to the Grimskull map,
Ooh.
and you are in the lower.
By the power.
By the power of Grimskull. By the way, guys, we already got the ship and all, and that's cool. But I totally intend to lay claim to this tower. Just saying. This is mine.
Valen gets sort of an amused look.
As long as I
But
can
does
make a
not
copy
say-
of any ancient lore found inside.
Oh yeah, I have no interest in that stuff. That's all you, baby.
I
Dibs on
should
any
put
flowers.
Valen.
There are no flowers in Icewind Dale.
I have found so many, so there has been quite a bit.
Okay. All right.
10-foot squares? I think we're too big.
So, yes, 10-foot squares. We are too big.
Whew.
All right.
Whew.
Let me re-bring her token out, because that tells you what size the tokens should be. All right. These stairs are huge. How are you tackling them?
Oh, right. I guess
Oh, and everyone give me a Constitution save. Those of you who have resistance, those of you who have immunity to cold do not need to. Those of you who have resistance to cold may do it at a advantage.
Is this when you say immunity cold, do you mean cold the damage or cold the temperature, like extreme cold?
Extreme cold.
Okay.
And how much does our cold weather gear help us?
How does what?
Not-
Yeah, how much does our cold
Cold
weather
weather.
gear help us?
Oh,
It is already baked into the DC. The DC assumes you have.
well, because cold weather gear gives you advantage on the check, doesn't it?
Not for this particular one.
Okay. Well, I passed.
Resistance gives you advantage
Oh, okay.
on this.
So that it's that intense of a cold that even in cold weather gear, you're still okay.
Yes.
Good thing
And you
none
have
of us
been
are
in this
bothered.
cold. You have been in this cold for some time because it's this cold even in It Ascendant.
So I'm gonna use my inspiration on this because, like, I suck at con saves. I need all the help I can get.
Well, you're fine.
Okay.
You're totally fine.
I definitely needed that inspiration.
You definitely did, and even then you only scraped by the skin of your teeth. Okay, who are we missing? Cairo. Cairo? You're gonna give us your con save.
Well,
Yep.
Cairo,
I mean, it helps when you're
keep
made of fur.
him nice and comfortable. All right, so you are navigating the stairs up.
So you said the stairs are like 6 feet, 5 feet, 6 feet tall?
4 feet tall, 4 feet tall, 5 feet tall. They're getting taller and taller as you
Ooh.
get closer and closer to the door.
So I can reach over the top of the stair, right? Because like if it's 4
Yes.
feet tall, it's at about like nipple height, right?
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
I would just stop at the bottom of the step and kind of lace my fingers together to give someone an alley-oop. And then
Okay.
once everybody else gets up, then I would just kind of reach over and maybe they would help pull me up. And then we could repeat that to scale the stairs one by one.
Okay. So it takes some time. Either there's going to be a little bit of slipping and sliding as the difficult terrain. You are able to, though, get up to the double door at the top of the stairs, clearly made from slabs of ice with dragon skulls and bones and things like that embedded into that ice. And carved into the lintel at the top is a single word in Dwarvish script, which half of you speak Giant, correct?
Me and Tally's too.
I also
Okay.
do speak Dwarfish.
Okay, well, this is written in Giant. It's just Giants use Dwarvish script. And it says Grimskull.
Okay.
Hey, how are we gonna get the doors open? How
Uh,
big are they?
as soon as you say that, I just kind of run in and lean in with my shoulder.
Okay. Give me some athletics. So it
Oh,
that with just leaning on it, even pushing it, just leaning on it, it doesn't budge. When you really put your effort into it, it does budge, and aha.
that's how.
Well, I bid you all welcome to Castle Grimskull. I say in Giant.
Ugh.
It just stares at you blankly.
By the power of Grayskull. How many He-Man jokes can we fit into this session?
Warbucks, could you do me a favor and move Valin with the party?
Yes. Is she gonna stay
Because we-
close to me or
Depends. Are you going to stay close to her?
no? I'm in the front.
She's probably near the back.
All right. Well, I will move her along as we go.
Thank you.
All right.
All right. So as you come in, you can kind of see these things that you see are, what are those? Those are, well, they're covered in ice, so it is very difficult to tell what they are.
Description is not necessary. Seeing another set of doors, I'm just gonna run forward, lean in with my shoulder, and
And I presume you're going to keep doing that until you manage to get them open?
I mean, I don't know what the DC is, but I'm
All right. Yeah, but I mean, if you rolled long enough, you would manage to get in. All right. So, in this room, it's a long rectangular room. There are pieces of rotting wood and rusted metal. There are remnants of giant weapons and weapon racks. A rusted out helmet sized for a giant lies near the back wall.
that looks like it'll fit me perfectly, he says sarcastically as he goes and puts the helmet on.
And it makes you look like a little kid with daddy's helmet on.
I like it. I'm 90% helmet now.
Pretty much. Yes.
You look like Lord Helmet from Spaceballs.
Yeah. Turn around to the group. You can call me Darth Helmet. Is there, looking around the room, is there any of the weapons or armors that do look to be in serviceable condition?
As you dig through them and all, there's rust, there's crumbled, there's stuff is brittle. Nothing seems to be really salvageable.
Anything that looks compatible for, let's say, a ballista?
Compatible for what?
A ballista? You know, maybe like a giant spear or something?
And we can shove in the bullet. Well,
Yeah.
doesn't our
Um,
ballista shoot lasers? Oh no, it doesn't.
No, it doesn't shoot.
Oh, what if it did?
Yeah. Hey, it's
Hey,
whoa.
Artificer, we've got a
Wait a
job for you.
minute. We have an artificer, and we have crates full of laser guns. How can we?
You have a job,
none
and
of
Wes.
none of the spears here seem salvageable. That they're too splintered, worn, broken, covered in ice. I mean, yeah, you can
Think
sort
that-
of work your way through the ice some and try and get into it, but it's not really
I
recoverable.
think that'd make for a better weapon. You just fire like it'd be like needles, just splinters of a rusted weapon.
Who hurt you? All right. So there's nothing of value in here.
So before we continue any further, so when we start getting ready to go in, Tarly's is gonna ritual cast detect magic, so he's got it up as we're walking around, so that he can try and sense if anything's
Okay.
coming up. Because place like this could have traps, magical glyphs, things like that, or magic
And-
gear, treasure.
What are we doing for light? Because it is quite dark in here.
So my
Somebody's-
spirit does emit a small amount of light.
In the dark.
Yeah. Who else can? I'm trying to remember.
Tally's can't see in the dark, but his ghost thing is can, and it can translate what it sees to me, like telepathically.
Yeah, but
Okay.
the satyr.
And Valin
and
has
the Leonin
light on
can't
her
see in the
walking
dark.
stick, so Valin is emitting.
Oh no,
light.
wait. Can Leonin see in the dark?
Can who see in the dark?
Leonin.
Leonin. Lion boys.
Cairo, do you have dark vision?
Oh, let me check.
I'm gonna assume yeah because they're cat people. But
Yes, I have
Yes,
dark
he
vision up
does.
to 60 feet.
okay, so
Oh,
it's
I have
just
this in my notes.
So it's just me and
Azaroth
Tally's.
Cairo.
it's just Pip and but Tally really doesn't need it though because he can see through the guy.
Andwise
cool,
does
just
not
me.
have.
I mean, you can
Andwise
light a
does not have
torch.
dark vision.
I've already
Okay, well-
my lantern is lit and already started going down the hall. On the side of the lantern, it looks like there's a monkey built into the side
Right.
because my servant is hanging on to the lantern that my mage hand is bringing down the hall.
So the light is there it is, the lantern. Right.
Okay, we're good.
All right. Where am I? There I am. So we're just gonna keep moving down the hall. Oh, look, another door. I'll back up and charge. I like that nobody has even mentioned stealth. Woo!
I don't
Alright.
think this is the group.
So in here, you see a withered old frost giant, sitting
you said
on
a
a
wizard.
very
A wizard frost giant. Oh!
No, teach me your
Withered.
magics.
withered.
Oh.
I
I
thought
do
you
not
said wizard,
have
and
a
I was just
lisp.
rolling with it.
I do not have a lisp. Leaning heavily, sitting on a giant-sized stool and leaning heavily on a great axe. Sitting there up against the back wall, and he's sort of blinking at you, and the stool on which he sits kind of creaks a little bit as he moves, and he sort of has cloudy eyes as he kind of leans forward and tries to sort of look at you.
All out in giant. Are you the master of this tower?
And he's still there blinking at you and all, and he kind of lumbers up to his feet, and he comes and he's leaning over and he's sort of squinting at you. And he moves quite slowly. And as he gets closer, and he's looking at you, he stands up and shouts in giant, so only two of you understand this. Death, we meet at last! And he gets up his weapon, and we can do some initiative.
Bravo! Yep, initiative. Hey, that's not bad.
It doesn't matter. It's giant rolled a 3.
Oh,
And
wow.
Berlin rolled a 2, even less than that.
You want to flip me and Azatov? I will let him go first with the tie.
Oh,
Okay.
thanks.
Alrighty. We need. Here we go. I can't tell if that's actually going or not. In any case, okay, so we are going to start. Did I hit the start? Let's get to the right place. I did not hit the start. Let's try that again. Start. Aha! Start. Tallies.
Okay. Tallies is gonna go ahead and first things first, cast web on the giant from his spell gem.
Right. It is a what save?
It's a dexterity save to begin with, which will be DC 18. And it's in a 20-foot cube.
Yeah, and he has disadvantage on this. Yeah. All right. And it's a 20-foot cube, you said?
Yeah, 20-foot cube.
So is it going? Let's see. The
Yeah,
ceilings
Spartan,
are
use
30
it.
feet tall, so it does not. It wraps around him. It does not really link to.
No, pull a template and drop it on the map.
Yeah, that's a good idea. All right,
Because it's a big room.
Okay, and he is going to be. He's going to have. Oh, right. Status. He is restrained.
Restrained, yeah.
Restrained.
Oh, man.
So he is there, and he is trying to lift his great axe, and he's all tangled up, and he's flailing around in his being all tangled up. Anything else, Tully?
Yeah, I'll just bonus action tell this to move into the room so I can see what's going on. It doesn't occupy a square, so it doesn't really matter where it is, and it can move through people.
Anything else?
Sorry, that will be it for Tallies.
Okay, Azatov.
Well, I kind of have to. I'm going to shout at him in giant. K Lilio death, may Kavaki grant that which you seek. And I'm going to step forward, and with the bonus action, I will cast Spirit Shroud.
He does not seem to have noticed that you've shouted at him.
Oh, buddy. So
okay, he is within range, so does he take damage now or on his turn?
Neither. Spirit Shroud is when I deal damage. I deal extra damage.
Right, okay.
So that was my bonus action. Now for my action, I will attack. So here comes glaive number 1 with advantage because he is restrained.
Yes, he is.
There's a hit.
That is a hit.
There's the Shroud for 19 total. And then hit number 2. Oh, advantage. So hit, Shroud. And that is 13... 34 in total. Oh, never mind. You did it piece by piece. And his...
So another 15?
Yep. And his movement speed is reduced by 20 if he happens to break out of the web.
I was going to say, His movement speed is, yeah, not doing it. His movement speed is reduced by 20.
Yep. 10 from the shroud and 10 from slashing because I cut him. Then I will also step back 5 feet.
All right.
And I'm finished.
Endwise.
All right, I'm gonna move. So I'm like, all right about here. My lamp or the lantern is gonna move to this corner over here in the room.
Okay.
And from where I'm standing, I am going to shoot at him.
All right. Nice. 25, 35.
Oh, never mind. That's a lot
And
of
it manages
damage.
to slice right through the web and embed itself in his shoulder, and it's a nice deep embed there. And he bellows in pain and is still sort of flailing around in the webbing.
All right, that's going to end my turn. But from the lantern, it looks like a blast comes out as my servant takes his turn.
Okay. And that blast comes out and goes right past the giant. Advantage, yes. Take your advantage.
Yeah, he
Endwise?
missed. I
Yep,
rolled it a
okay.
second time, so.
Yep, it went right past the giant and the webbing, sort of woofed to the side of the webbing a little bit as it went past with the force.
And then I'm gonna move up just a little bit, so I'm like hiding behind Azathoth.
Okay. Pip.
I am going to use Unsettling Words on him. So he'll have a minus a d8 on his next save. And then I'll cast Toll the Dead.
All right. Which is a wisdom save, and he has minus d8, you said?
Yes.
Yep.
So
I don't think it mattered.
Didn't matter.
he did 0.
He got a 0 on his save, so he is taking 12 necrotic. And you can see the struggles are weakening as he's taking all this damage. Anything else, Pip?
And that would be
Finish him, Cairo.
Yeah, no kidding. He's not even going to get a turn.
Rolling a 3 sucks.
Okay, I think I'm going to go up to the giant, and I'm going to make a strike with my great axe with my feet. That you take -5 to hit, but add bonus damage.
Remember, you have advantage to the attack as well.
All right. Hold on. Isn't there a button I can press that
Shift.
takes that into
You
account?
hold shift.
Shift, I think. If try shift and see if it then turns green on D&D Beyond. There you go. That is a hit. So you come cleaving in with the great sword around and slice deeply into his arm with 19 points of damage.
All right, I think that'll be it for me.
You attack
only have
him
one
You
twice.
have two attacks.
Oh, right. Sorry, I forgot.
Yeah. Let's do this again. And you swing back around and slash from the other side and get a nice hit. This deep into the thigh on the other side. You kind of have to pull a little bit to make sure that your axe, let's see, your great axe, to make sure your axe comes free of the webbing. Okay, anything else you can do? He is looking in very bad shape. Blood is pooling on the floor. What isn't being absorbed by the webbing. I don't know that webbing actually absorbs, but whatever.
That's it for me.
Okay. Remind me the effects of restrained.
Disadvantage on attack rolls, advantage on attack rolls against you.
Movement speed is 0. And in
Okay.
order to break out of the restraint, he has to use an action and make a strength check equal to the DC.
All right. So he is going to, as he is flailing around, he is going to use his action to do a strength check.
That'll do it.
I presume he breaks free.
Yep.
All right. But the webbing is still there, correct?
Yeah, so
Yep. So yes, he's
probably
difficult
wants to
terrain.
get out of it.
Okay, so he is actually going to back up this way towards that. So, Cairo, you would get an attack of opportunity.
And I'll take it. Do I still get advantage?
He's
Yeah.
not.
No,
He's not
no
restrained.
longer restrained.
Okay.
Just barely misses. You get kind of tangled up in the webbing as he sort of pulls back and away. All right, so he is back over here. The Lynn kind of peeks in there, looks around. Y'all are doing just fine. Please.
All right. Tally's is gonna step on up here, and he's gonna go ahead and give him a firebolt. Just keep it simple.
All right.
Hey, wait a minute. How much is his movement? Because remember, he had minus 20 last turn, and this is all difficult terrain.
This is true. He actually did not go anywhere. Never mind. He
Yeah!
attempted to go, and he did not actually go anywhere.
You stay
are
right there.
Absolutely correct. Yes, thank you. Thank you for catching that. Okay, so the
So-
firebolt hits. The firebolt hits, sizzles
So,
him. Does the
there's a-
webbing catch fire?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Cause that'd be down to you because he's not wrapped in the webbing anymore because he's not restrained. But if you want to, because the webbing still fills the area, so it could well do.
I'm gonna say because where this is fire, actually.
And it firebolt specifies that it does set flammable objects on fire.
Yes. I'm going to say yes, it does. It does catch the webbing on fire, and the webbing is all around him. And with a bellow of rage,
Takes an
He
extra
falls.
8 points of damage.
you only needed 4.
Woo.
Okay. So,
And at the end of combat, I will cast web into my spell gem again.
all right. Let's move all turns.
It's like an amplifier. It's great.
All right. So, you have this giant dead at your feet.
I'm going to do, of course, the sensible thing as I approach the corpse of this dead and noble giant, and I will promptly search his pockets. I mean, there has to be something of value here. That's why else would there just be some random giant?
So you are searching through. He is actually wearing piecemeal armor, ragged. Looks like he was not in very good shape. Andwise, you notice that there is a door back behind him.
Oh.
That would particularly catch your attention.
I would imagine the door is like 12 feet tall, so it would probably catch everybody.
It is. More than that. More than that, it's going to be more like 20 feet tall, but yes.
I'm gonna point it out to Azathoth and tell him we need his assistance opening a door.
All right, so I'm gonna stand up, walk over here, head down, shoulder forward.
And in this room, you see glittering, you see clinking, you see metal glints, you see piles of treasure.
I just open my chest and throw it on the ground and start scooping.
How much can you carry?
Shit. Why do we do this every time? I don't know.
So, I mean, this small room is heaped up, a huge pile. There are thousands of coins. There are rings. There is, looks like something made from white dragon scales. There's a statue. There's
Okay.
a jug and pottery. There's...
I can carry 55 pounds more before I am encumbered.
Okay, so you see... What are you going to prioritize here?
All right, I was looking up the you asked me how much I'd carry. I was looking it up, so I actually didn't hear the description. I'm sorry.
Okay, so there are coins of various types.
Coins.
There are giant-sized rings. There is something made of white dragon scales. There's a statuette. There's a jug and some other pottery. There is...
All right. The thing made of white dragon scale. That sounds interesting.
Okay.
Let's look at that.
All right, so you look at that, and it is actually a giant-sized shield, it looks like. But if you look at it very carefully, it looks impressive, but it is very poorly made.
Oh. And
Great decoration.
Holly's. Oh, you're not
Not much.
concentrating on detect magic anymore.
So I was going to say that I will actually do another detect magic. If we just spend 10 minutes, I'll ritual cast it again.
Sure. I'm all right with that.
All right. There is something that pings for you. Over in the amongst the pottery.
Okay.
The jug pings for you.
The jug?
I'll pick it up and take a look.
It looks like... Do I have a way to show you this? I mean, it has...
Is it made of clay and covered with many spouts?
Yes, that's it. Yes.
This is familiar to me.
Is it something that I might be familiar with as well? Like as a player, I think I know what it is, but
Can we make a check to see
what it is? So
Can we make a check to see
Oh,
if our
interesting.
character would recognize it?
I'm pretty sure Andwise would recognize, would recognize it. It's going to be reasonably common, so I think
so
amongst you can.
When we
figure
see
this
the
out
jug,
pretty
I'm just
well.
gonna throw both of my hands in the air. I have many fish. Someone get the boot.
wait. Why don't we save the fish boot stuff for when we get out of here, just in case. I mean, you wouldn't want to get drunk and stumble into a fight. You might be okay.
I
but
disagree.
certainly
I
wouldn't
think
be.
that is the way that we should be in a fight. It's the way my ancestors would want it. We drink and then we feast and then we fight. And after the fight, we feast some more.
I feel being drunk would put me at a disadvantage. I don't have the constitution of you Goliaths.
You worry too much.
I'll go ahead and-
If you were uninhibited, then you would be able to cast your spells more freely. you would truly unleash the wonders that your craft has taught you. It is as my people say, it is only when under the drink that we are truly in Kavaki's grasp.
Now that may hold true for a lot of casters, but my magic relies heavily on my ability to properly pronounce and enunciate words. And
Wait a minute.
I don't do that very well when I've been drinking.
I think it's that brown one right there. I'm gonna point to the brown cork nozzle. So, looking back at the rest of the, I'm just gonna take it and hand it to somebody. You carry this, and I guess what was the statue made of? Is it made of
Okay.
stone or is it made of precious metals?
It is made of ice.
Oh, boo! Nobody cares about this. Huh. I can't sell ice. We live in Icewind Dale. No one will buy that.
They might give me a religion check. With advantage for you, Azathoth.
All right.
So it's a statue of Thrim, the evil frost giant god.
Oh.
2 feet tall, 50 pounds of weight.
Jesus. So I'm just gonna pick it up because it's within my, that's easily pick that up. I'm gonna pick it up. I'm gonna balance it on one hand, like I'm posing for the Heisman Trophy, and then I'm just gonna yeet it into the wall.
It already had a few chips. Give me athletics on that. Let's see if you manage to just shatter the thing. Nah, it's got some more chips on it now.
It's okay. And then I spit in its direction.
You didn't want that? That wasn't going to be your prized possession? Aw.
I turn my attention to the heap of coins.
Okay, well, so there's a bunch of gold, some silver, there's a bunch of copper. What's the weight of coins?
It's relatively low. I mean, I actually don't know how to tell because.
All right. Well, hang on.
So in D&D Beyond, it doesn't show you the weight of the coins, but like I can see that everything that I'm carrying together is 216 pounds. And then if I wanted to, I could go through and count it all up and find the difference to tell you the coins.
So 50 coins weigh a pound.
There you go.
So, so there's about 27 pounds of gold.
All right. So I can carry that if you tell me what the amount is.
88 pounds of silver. 1,350 gold pieces.
1,850. Is that what you said?
300. 1350.
1350 gold.
I might not look like much, but I can probably carry about another 50 pounds worth of weight.
Well,
we want to make sure that we can get more.
I'm still good. That was only 22.
Okay. 27.
Yeah.
And then there's another 88 pounds of silver.
So how many? Well, yeah.
4,400 silver.
4,400. Where the shit?
Yeah, so it's like
and there's
440
156 pounds of copper.
You say pounds and oh my god, my brain.
So 7,800
Well, you're
copper.
not going to sit there and count.
All right, you know what?
Almost 8,000 coins.
The penalty for being encumbered is just what, -10 move speed until you get double encumbered. So I'll just fucking carry it. It's fine. It's what? All right, what?
Okay.
How many coins?
All right, 1,300 here.
1,300.
Hey, we're gonna do it this way.
Oh, that's electrum, not silver. Or other way. 4400.
Silver.
Add-
7800 copper.
Set. All right,
I don't know if you want all that.
I don't know if I
copper.
want to carry all that. Yeah,
There are some
I'm not.
gold
I
rings
can't
sized for
carry the copper. That'll put me double over.
But yeah,
Wait, 2, 4,
carrying
5.
that much copper
No.
for the equivalent of 78 gold probably isn't worth it.
Hey, artificer, when are you gonna make a magic bag?
All right, out of character, I got a question.
Yeah.
I've already done. I've got 2 infusions. If I make a bag, do I lose one of the infusions, or can somebody else use the bag I made, and I still keep the ones I already have?
You can give infusions to other people, but you can only have a number of infusions equal to your level. So as a level 7, no, you're not 7 levels in artificer. Well,
No.
what are you, 2? Yeah, I think you're only allowed to have 2 infusions right now. So you would have to
one
trade
would-
one of yours for something else.
Yeah.
It's 78 gold. I think we're okay. All right. Was okay there.
And you hear, Evelyn. So I trust that you consider yourselves somewhat compensated now. Correct?
Somewhat.
Hey, carry all the copper.
I think not.
Why not? You're not doing anything else.
Her eyes sort of glitter. Do
Uh,
you really wish to make an issue of this?
it's 70. It's 78 more gold.
She shrugs and turns and strides out.
All right. Anyway, we got the coins, the pottery. That was the jar. The dragon shield is worthless. Someone else want to look at it?
Does the
Hey.
dragon shield radiates any magic, or is it just fancy?
It's not even fancy because they said it was
okay.
poorly made.
Yeah, it's not even very fancy.
Okay, cool.
Impressive, but worthless.
All right, so I guess that's everything in the closet.
There's
huh?
some large, giant.
Oh, the
sized
rings.
Gold rings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
which
when they're
also do not radiate magic. There's
But-
4 of them.
but if they're sized for a giant finger, right? Could I like wear them like armbands? Like like me and Cairo are pretty swole. I would imagine our bicep is the size of a giant's finger.
I would think so.
All right, I'm gonna give 2 to him and 2 to me. Put this on.
Cairo, do you take them?
I think I'm all right as far as loot goes. I mean,
No. Even if you don't want it, at least put it on and carry it until we get it back to the ship.
Okay.
So you have nice gold armbands.
Yeah. Plus, now we can do this, and I start flexing. And I'm sure like the metal armbands start glinting in the lantern light. Start doing like Ginyu Force poses. Sha, sha. All right. Well, let's start. Let's move on. Oops. And moving a little bit slower because I'm a little heavy right now.
All right. So as you come up there, we've got shattered chunks of ice, remains of doors, large-sized rubble as you come up there. Let's see. That is. Hang on. From there, you can see ledges up on the far up along the wall. And let me see here. And sitting on the ledges are figures that almost look like ice gargoyles sitting up there in this semicircular chamber that you can see them even from where you are looking up. And there's mist that blankets the floor flowing down from the staircase here. And they just sit there and watching you. And over to your left, let's see, over to your left is an immense hall in the middle of which there's a 30-foot long, 10-foot wide, 10-foot high dining table carved from ice, surrounded by dozens of blocks of ice that look like they might have been benches or chairs. There are wooden braces against the west wall holding a pair of 14-foot long bugles that look like they're made from hollowed out mammoth tusks. And there's a staircase going up down at the other end, at the opposite corner of the hall.
So Tally's is gonna obviously comprehend languages has dropped off now. He's gonna try and call on what knowledge he has of the language that he's been able to pick up and try and work through and whatever, to basically say in as close to an approximation of primordial as he can. Are you ice mephits guarding this place?
They rustle and shift a little bit, but do not otherwise respond. Their eyes glittering as they watch you in the movement.
Okay. Can I attempt to make like an insight?
Yes, you can. These creatures are clearly hostile of intent, but they are not making hostile movement toward you.
Okay. Azathoth, just hang back a sec.
I'm going to, kind of pull back, and I will unhook my chest and then kind of set it on the floor here.
Okay.
So I pull out my glaive.
That's reducing your encumbrance.
That's right. Oh, shit. Anytime you see that big red circle.
I think it is.
Yeah, it is. Tally's
a
loves out a fireball.
Circle of friendship.
All right.
Let me just see if I can.
Fireball.
That's not quite, is it? No. All right. I'm not gonna get all of them. Does that get them? Let me zoom in.
Give me the roll on the fireball.
Okay, one sec.
Friendship.
Yeah. Okay. 2 back. All right. These melt out of existence. And the other 3, which let's go ahead and roll initiative.
So,
it's not
sorry,
going to go a full round, but it'll tell me order of action.
If that wouldn't have got these 2, I'd have moved it to there so that it gets that one at least, because it would be able to get 4 of them. So. Okay.
Just give me initiative just to give order of action. We are not going to make it through an entire round.
No. No, we are not. Ah, boo!
need Cairo? Are you going to deign to bother with this? Although, actually, hold off. Tallies goes before the methods do. It might be moot. Tallies, what is your turn?
Okay, so I'm not going to cast another fireball because I don't want to blow all my spell slots.
Plus,
But I am.
Overkill.
Yeah, I am gonna move up and that's 25. That's 20. Sorry, I'm gonna use a firebolt on that one.
Okay.
Ooh, I don't know if that's gonna hit.
It does hit, and that method melts.
And then I've got 10 feet of movement, so I'll come back a bit.
Okay.
I left one.
And twice.
you rolled from the lantern.
Happened to be with a token he had selected. You're going to put this little thing out of its misery.
I'm going to walk in and I'm going to take a shot at it.
Ah, pity you don't have sneak attack. All right.
Oh, it's still alive?
It is.
Okay.
It managed to survive that.
Well, until he takes the second attack.
Until he takes a second attack, yeah. If sneak attack had applied, it would not have survived.
All right. Since it's still alive, a blast from what looks like from the lantern, but it's actually the monkey on the side.
Monkeys. The
There we
monk.
go. And it shatters. All right. Like I said, we were not going to get a complete round. I knew that. Oops. Oh, I did it. Okay. Great.
They looked like they were going to get in the way.
Do we head downstairs or we check out that? Pointing to the door behind where Thales is currently standing.
Huh. I would say check out here. We may as well clear this area before we move on to the next.
So I will leave the chest on the ground for now as I back up and charge to hit the door.
All right, as he goes to charge the door, I'm going to make sure my pistol's out. If I see anything in that room, I'm pulling the trigger.
You see a bloated trestle table. Do you shoot it?
No, it's not a person. It doesn't look like it's...
You
No
did say
fight,
anything.
no... Pass through.
Trestle table?
Frost covers a bloated trestle table. Yeah, it stands amid rotting barrels and casks in the middle of what used to be a kitchen pretty clearly. Storage racks have collapsed along the walls into piles of rotted timber and broken jugs and tankards. Drinking horns used to rest on the shelves. A roasting spit lined with icicles is mounted above an iron brazier that's currently coated with rime and rust and situated near the back wall.
All right. I'm just gonna kind of turn away from the room and go pick up my chest, and I'll let the other people explore in there. Because, I've got this big ass chest full of gold.
Okay, so Antwise goes into the room. Casting your professional eye around the room, Antwise. I assume you poke at a few objects.
Yep.
What's there falls apart quite easily as you do it. Things are cracked or damaged. You do not see anything of value. However, you do see motion. How far into the room do you go?
Well, if I'm going to be checking the barrels, I'll probably be in the room like all the way. Because I'm poking at stuff to investigate it.
So you get sense right behind you. And you whirl around
Ooh,
to see. I need a description of this. I have a description. Oh, I don't have a description. Oh, come on. I have a description.
check the
Ah, here we go. You see a hunched but 7-foot-tall biped with the head of a snowy owl. She has black talons on the floor, cloven hooves, and a grayish-white wolf fur covering her body from the neck down. And protruding from her feathery owl's head is a pair of curved goat horns. There's a cloak and cowl made of pristine white snow concealing much of her form. Although you can probably guess what this is.
It is Goat Owl Woman.
All right, I am going to holler for Azathoth, and let's go. I'm gonna go ahead and shoot first, talk later. So I'm gonna pull the trigger.
All right, give me your attack roll. All right, and as your bolt of this is radiant, correct? Yeah. As the bolt shoots across, it appears to strike and hit this form. And does Azathoth come running into the room?
If you let me.
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
he shouted for me. I saw him shoot, although I couldn't see what from my angle. So I'm going to run into the room right there as far as I can get currently.
While that's happening, Tally's is going to move his spirit in so that he can see what's going on. And Tally's himself is just going to move up to here.
And so you see. Go ahead.
Would I recognize this form?
Probably.
Oh,
Possibly. You can give me a religion check.
Yeah, would Tally's?
I am a native of Icewind
With
Dale.
advantage. Actually, well, both of you.
21, baby!
Yeah. So yes, you recognize this is at least an avatar of a real. Tolly's. It kind of vaguely sounds like stuff you heard described among the giants, but it doesn't immediately strike you.
Okay.
Thaval! Why is she here?
And as you do this, her image kind of expands and she disappears.
It was her.
I don't believe
It was who?
It was the Frostmaiden.
Wait, that was the Frostmaiden?
It was Oral.
Thought it would be like, not some weird owl thing.
She is said to take many forms, but that is distinctly one of them.
Doubtless she is far more powerful than she appears to us.
It would be wise. Goli Lenamakane. And I pull out my weapon and start moving very cautiously.
Sort of catching his drift, I'm going to use my paladin ability, Sense Evil, or what's it called?
Detect
You
good
tell
and
me.
Divine sense.
Yes.
You can, you get sort of a tantalizing whiff that is decaying quickly from where the figure was. You do not sense any presence actively currently in the room.
All right. So, Kyra then says, "Well, she's gone now."
You're certain?
Certain. I only detect the whiff of her presence where she appeared to us, but not leading out of the room.
Although that does tell you it was not just an image.
Hmm. All right. Well, let's take anything of value from this chamber and then move far from here.
It's a good idea. Let's have a look around. Spirit's going to just be floating around looking for some goodies. Tally's is going to hang out here, just in case anything tries to come up from behind.
All right, I'm going to continue searching, but I'm going to be ready for if anything does reappear. And I've got my servant set that if anything appears next to me that is not part of our party, shoot it. Or force blast it.
Why not both?
Well, shooting it is mine. The force blast is from the lantern. With the cute little ornament on the side.
So, moving back into the hallway, I also notice that there's stairs in the room to the north that go down. Do those stairs go up?
Yes. Let me let's see. Let me get the there is no cute little arrow on the other one. So yes, the ones up here to the north go down. These over here go up. Actually, let me move that to the map layer, not this layer.
So as I notice that,
Oh, fuss.
it's okay. We got the general understanding.
Here we go.
Maybe we should clear the basement before we start ascending to the tower peak. I would imagine there's probably not too much room down below. Or maybe there is. Should we clear the upward levels before the bottom?
Well, we had to go. Well, we didn't have to, but there was a stairway leading up the side of the cliff before it entered here. So this is probably close to like the highest point of the island. It's just that the tower itself goes beyond. So these stairs could lead down into the mountain that this tower was built upon.
So let me repeat my question. Do we go up and search there first, or do we go down and search there?
Well, I can always send my spirit to have a look at one of the ways and see if there's anything interesting there.
I think it would be easier to go up and then retrace our steps than to go down.
How far away is the Nautiloid? Is it like
It's within the side of the entrance.
So if I walk to the entrance and go back down the stairs a bit, I can be like, "Hey, yo, tentacles."
Yes.
Is there anything preventing us from going and offloading 3,000 coins onto the Nautiloid? Because I mean, if these are the first 3 rooms, this place could be pretty big.
Okay, well, why don't you and I go? I'll wave, and then I can tell the ship to put the coins on the ship, and then put me back down, and then reset the protocols.
All right, so let's just, for the sake of convenience, we'll all stick together and be smart players. We all walk to the. Can we call it a short rest? Walk to the front, go back up to the Nautiloid. Better prepare ourselves for what could be a very long adventure, and then head back into the rooms.
Yes.
Haha, you fool! It was a trick so I get my spell slot back.
Me too.
Yes.
All right. Anyway, so I'm gonna go up to the Azathoth corner of the cargo hold. I'm gonna go get one of the barrels that are full of brains, and I'm gonna carry it onto the deck. And I'm just gonna dump it. We're just gonna.
Ugh.
I'm just gonna dump the barrel of brain slurry over the edge of the ascendant, so now I have a barrel.
Okay.
I need something to put it in.
Yeah,
It's-
yeah, yeah, yeah. Anybody
Uh,
have prestidigitation to clean that thing out, or are you just gonna have brain goo all over your
I'm okay with leaving the brain goo in there, but I think Pip has prestidigitation. What is the formula to figure out carry cap? So your maximum that you can carry is 15 times your strength score. If you are 5 times your strength score, that's when you're lightly encumbered and your speed is reduced. If you are at your maximum, then you are heavily encumbered. Your speed is reduced by 20, and then you get disadvantage on like everything. Oh no, that is at 10 times. 10 times is heavily encumbered. If you are above your maximum, then you can't move. So that's why it's important for us to offload this stuff.
All right, so basically on the way out, I can grab 11 pounds of copper coins without being encumbered.
That's right. Everybody should
Yeah.
fill their pockets.
So that would be 11 pound would be 550 copper coins.
I can still move in encumbered, right?
Up into 10 times, or your complete maximum, just very slowly.
Okay, because my
All right.
strength score is 8. So that puts me at what, 120 carry cap, and I've already got 109 pounds of gear.
That's right. So anyway, we're back on the nautiloid. I'm gonna get rid of my bed here. Manage inventory. Can't you make container? I can make containers now. So we are going to. Oh man, I don't know how to do it. Equipment. Manage inventory. Chest component pound equipment.
Okay, so you guys are all back out here by the id ascendant.
Fudgesicles. All right, anyway. So we are going to take the lantern of tracking. I'm gonna remove from my sheet. I don't know because Giz has that.
I'm gonna pass my my rope to see if somebody else is willing to take it.
Realistically, we don't need 6 coils of rope.
This is true.
I also don't need a bedroll, so I am just going to leave that on the nautiloid.
All right, while we're doing this short rest, I'm going to keep running back and forth, basically carrying the max so I'm not encumbered, and then bring those copper coins back. Then run in, grab more, and rinse and repeat.
All right,
Until-
so let
Yeah,
me get
basically
the
I'm going to get all
total
of them.
again.
7,800.
You got it.
Is it tough?
I should start having a beeping alert of on the
I'll
id
be right
ascendant
back,
of
guys.
overload.
Azathoth's brain barrel.
Okay. So, as you are gathering yourselves up to go off of the id ascendant and re-enter the castle, suddenly a hail of rock hard ice starts pounding down in the area right in front of the doors. Very large hailstones that just are coming down and piling up in front of the doors.
Then we need to get back inside.
I'm almost done. Yeah, I guess we can go ahead and go while I'm still fiddling with this stuff. Like, I would assume I just dumped everything and then we would go. Oh, shit. I don't need to carry rations. Get out of here. That's a ton of weight. Rations 1 day times how many? 7. You guys have to carry your own rations. I'll carry rope.
Okay, so
Signal whistle.
what are you gonna do now with the doorway being blocked with increasing piles of ice?
I have a shovel and a hammer. I did not put those away.
So we've got a nice tall cylinder here that is 40 foot high.
I just had a thought. Actually, it's probably not. I didn't know. Couldn't we just see if there was like a way leading up to the roof of the fortress? Like,
So the hail is centered around the door itself.
Yes,
Can I?
piled up, and actually, and then it stops. But it's you now have these huge hailstones piled up in front of the door.
Okay, but I mean the door is a massive door. Like, could we just climb over them?
It's a massive door, but it's a massive pile of ice.
Okay, it's just, I mean, being frost giants, the door's big enough for a 40-foot creature to walk through fairly comfortably, right? If it's
Yes.
piled up like 40 feet high of hailstones. Okay.
Okay, so what are you guys gonna do now?
Tarly's lights his blowtorch. Starts pew, 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 firebolts.
All right, so you guys are gonna melt your way through. Okay. Doing this, it is getting, it has gotten quite dusky. The sun has gone down, and so you're doing this into the coming darkness. And it is getting well late into the evening by the time you have managed to melt a passageway through.
Okay.
Yeah, okay, cool. I guess we move in.
All right.
Ghosty Boy's going to go in first. Make sure the coast is clear.
Ghosty Boy does not see anything that has changed.
Looks clear.
Kyra, Azatoth, I assume you guys are coming in with the group?
Yep, I'm just still moving everything into my handout. Sorry.
Okay, I'll move. That's okay, I'll move you.
Thank you.
Okay. Did we take a short rest?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
And then did we choose up or down?
I think up would be the better option.
Sure, let's go up. I'll send Ghosty Boy to have a poke up there first.
So Ghosty Boy. Are you able to see? Does Ghosty Boy have vision? He gives off light, doesn't he?
He gives off light and he has 60 feet of dark vision.
Let me.
Gives off 5, I think it's either 5 feet or 10 feet of dim light.
Okay, night vision 6. Okay, this looks like it's set up for it, but I'm not seeing him glow. Are you able to see?
Well, because I have vision on it, I can see everything it can see at the minute.
I know, but are you able to see in here? I'm not detecting that it is seeing anything.
Oh yeah, I can
It's
see it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Because it looks to me like you can't see anything in here. All right,
Okay,
so
no,
let
yeah, I
me
can.
describe this for you again. Let's see here. So this semicircular room here, there's a forest of icicles hanging from the ceiling. Some of them are, 8 feet long and as wide around as a good-sized tree trunk. And against the curved wall to the south stands an enormous throne of ice decorated with carved images of winter wolves and mastodons and other sorts of powerful winter images. And across okay, that's not there. Okay, and across from that is then a larger opening. Sorry, is an open doorway.
Okay. I take it I should ignore what I saw in here earlier.
Yeah, you didn't see anything.
Okay. Yep. So Tallies will say, so there's a big throne room up here with a lot of wintry motifs. Gonna fly around here.
And
Looks like it.
heading into here, this room contains wrecked furnishings that suggest it was once used as a frost giant's bedchamber. A bitterly cold wind blows down a staircase to the east, and at the bottom of which, over here, snow has accumulated. Well, actually, you can see it on the floor here. Snow has accumulated. What sense does this figure have any hearing? I've forgotten.
I don't think it says it does. Oh yeah, it can hear and see, and has dark vision of 60 feet. So those are its senses.
Okay, so you can hear a sort of whooshing sound up the stairs.
Okay. It's just gonna slide over here, just make sure I can see what's in there as well. Just more bedchamber stuff.
Yes.
Okay. And then that sort of loops
And
around
you
the
have
back.
various rubble and things, broken furniture. Looks like there could have been a wardrobe back there,
Okay.
but it's all broken and destroyed.
Okay. So Tallies will say, so it looks like it was kind of a living quarters as well. There's another set of stairs. Looks like it might lead to the outside. I'm just gonna take a peek.
All right. All right, that brings you up here.
Okay.
Into the crowned rooftop. This icy crown encircling the fortress, it clearly is set up as a battlement up here. Each prong of the crown, though, extends like 40 feet above the roof line. Was a good size for frost giants.
Okay.
And there are, the 10-foot wide gaps between them. And right in the middle is a huge nest. Listening to the fluttering noises, though, you look up and you see a giant white rock just heading out of view towards the towards the north.
Okay. Just gonna have a look and see if there's anything in the nest.
Uh, in the nest is a large silvery egg. And there's some additional trinkets and stuff in there. There's a little bit of glint that's, maybe a harp, maybe some chains, maybe some chests. There's a variety of sort of stuff.
So I'm gonna do something. So I'm gonna cast
Famous
detect
last
magic.
words.
I'm gonna cast
What was
detect
that?
magic. I'm gonna. Oh, he said famous last words. I'm gonna cast detect magic. So one of the features of manifest mind is that I can cast it as if I was in its space.
Okay.
So, and because I can look through its eyes, can I pretty much use detect magic from it?
I will say yes. Um, you are getting some pings. You are getting a ping in from inside one of the chests, which you cannot see into.
Okay, cool. So Tallies will say that. So the lower room is appears to be some sort of like a bedroom and a throne room kind of. At the top is essentially the crown. There's a giant nest with a big egg in it. It looks like there was a white rock flying out to sea, maybe to do some hunting. However, there appears to be something radiating magic from like bits of trinkets and chests that are actually in the nest. So maybe if we were to get there quickly,
Yep, let's
we
go.
might. All right. Tally's spirit is going to fly back down as fast as it can to catch up with Tally's coming up the stairs.
All right.
So where are we? There we are.
Okay, so let's gather everybody up here. Do I have everybody here? I think I have everybody here. All right, so first it takes you into the throne room area that he described. And actually, as you are moving through this room, some of the icicles move. And
So where does my spirit get to? Because obviously as we're going up, my spirit's coming down.
yeah, your spirit can get to the same place. I'm on the wrong layer. Okay, you got it. All right. So, no, I'm on the wrong layer again. I'm always on the wrong layer. All right. So, a couple of the ice things begin to move, and yeah. So let's see. Andwise is right underneath one of them. Actually, no. Who's there? Who's who? Okay, Cairo. That's not. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Here it is. Okay, Cairo, one of the icicles drops right onto you. Let's get some initiative going here.
Okay, so it attacks for 14. That would be a miss.
I'm gonna use.
So it falls down right next to you, and you dash aside from it.
I'm gonna use my inspiration just because that way I use it.
I'm going to do this one by one. I'm going to do this one by one because I'm not doing very well grabbing things tonight. All right. Let me give one of these initiative. That's what I want to do. I want to do initiative.
I think I did. I would have had a 6 otherwise.
Token. I think I have them all. All right. Yeah, we got everybody here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Looks like. And I don't have the buttons for sorting this thing.
That happens sometimes. Nope, you
Hang
just.
on, let me pull it up again.
You closed it.
Oh,
which resets it.
right. Okay, so let's see here.
Here,
Everybody get
I got you.
initiative
No,
again,
no,
and
no,
I'll
no,
put
no,
your
no,
original
no,
number.
no, 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 no.
No.
Look,
No.
you just mass roll it.
Very cool. That works.
And then now we can fix.
Yeah. Now fix your numbers to what they were. 7.
If you can remove the awakened mind, it doesn't get its own.
Okay.
And my servant, yep, I was gonna say the lantern.
All right.
Incidentally, now that it's down here, does the chair radiate magic? Since the
It
things.
does not.
Okay.
Alrighty.
It is a fair question. The last chair radiated magic.
It did.
Yep. Look,
All right. Pip.
Okay. First things first, I'm going to cast Sanctuary on myself.
Okay. So anything needs to make a wisdom save before it can attack you.
There's no way your spell DC is still 13.
It's a cleric spell.
Oh, yep. That'll do it.
And then for my action, I will just dodge.
All right. And what, are you going to move at all?
Me?
You
No.
can,
I
yeah,
am
you can
staying
give
right
me
here.
actually give me a perception check. Real quick. Let me see if you can tell which ones of the icicles are moving. Yeah, you can tell which ones are moving, and you're kind of clear. You're in a clear spot at the moment where you don't have one immediately over you. Handwise.
All right, how far away from me is it? It's obviously still on the ceiling, or is it?
It is. Oh yes, good point. It is 40 feet up.
All right, so they are not within melee range.
Except for this one, which fell down on by Cairo. Actually, I will do that. As they fall, I will tag them so you know which one. The yellow dot means it's
Yes.
down at melee level.
The P dot that we can melee.
All right, I'm gonna move up next to the one that fell on Cairo, and I'm going to take a swing at it with the Sword of Perun's.
And you attempt to go, but this isn't like a normal sort of creature, and you just sort of whiff right by it.
Womp.
All right. Benefit of Sword of Perun's is I make an attack someone within 60 feet. Cairo, you can make a weapon attack if you want.
Using your reaction. Important distinction.
Okay.
Yes, using your reaction, you can take an attack.
Okay, that
Sorry.
is, yeah. And it crumbles and crackles and just then shatters to the floor. That is an X icicle. Anything
All
else,
right.
Andwise?
Can I tell which ones are?
Give me perception. Actually, your passive is high enough. Yes, you can tell which ones are.
How high of a passive is high enough?
Azatoth's is high enough.
Yeah.
But so that's gonna be it. It'll be Andwise, Azatoth. Actually, those are the only two.
That's all that matters.
It's mine now.
What's your passive?
All right, I'm gonna use the rest of my movement to move here.
Okay. And that's it for your turn then?
For my bonus action, I'm gonna have my lamp go up about, well, let's say 10 feet, which then puts them within 30 feet. of this attack.
Okay, and your lantern is right next to that one, right? Oh, yes. With a nice force attack. Yes, and there's some crinkling and all his little pieces of ice shatter and fall off. That is a force attack, okay. All right. Azatoth.
And that's everything for me.
So I can tell which ones are not icicles.
Yes, you can.
Okay. Question number 2. You said the ceiling was 40 feet up?
40 feet up.
Excellent. So this one here, that's closest to the party, I'm going to point my glaive at him, holding it like a rifle again. And then we will cast an Eldritch Blast.
Okay, give it to me. That is a hit. It blasts right into the creature, and a little bit of ice tinkles off and dusts down.
So here's the fun part. I have the invocation that when I hit them with Eldritch Blast, they get pushed back 10 feet. So would that knock it off of the ceiling where it's currently attached?
Let's say yes. I like that idea.
So then it
Let's
would
say yes.
fall 40
It
feet?
falls down. There's nobody immediately under it, so it does no damage to them. It is now in melee range.
It still has to go back 10 feet.
All right.
So then that one's down. I guess I'll whirl around and we'll fire at this one over here.
Okay.
So Eldritch Blast number 2. I'm gonna make a pantomime cocking gesture on the glaive, and we'll fire.
And it goes right past it and splats on the wall.
Ah, boo. All right. Action. Do I have a bonus action? I don't. Yes, I do. 1 minute. No. Okay. Yep, I'm done.
All right, Cairo. Oops. Hang on. Cairo.
Okay, I'm gonna move over here and swing with my axe.
Okay. And it was still falling at the end, and it drops down, and your axe just whiffs right over the top of it and keeps going.
Okay, let's try that again.
This time it comes right down on top of it for a mighty blow that shatters a lot. However, it is still wiggling a little bit.
Okay, I think that's it for now.
All right. Tully's.
Tully's does something that he probably should have done before entering this place the first time. Cast Mage Armor. Because I keep forgetting to use it.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Wizard's not as squishy now. Too bad.
Yeah. So Mage Armor, and then I guess is it an action for me to try and see if I can see which ones are wriggling and which ones aren't?
Just give me perception.
Okay.
Yes.
Awesome. Okay. I'm gonna just fancy seeing you here.
Indeed.
And then Ghosty Boy is gonna come and hang out over here, trying to tempt this one to fall on it.
Okay. Well, these things are not terribly. Yeah, these things are not terribly smart. All right. That's the end of your turn, Tully's.
Yes, it is.
All right. So our arrogant wizard here is just going to pound her staff twice on the floor and point it at one of the things. So let's see here. Cool. Where do I have it as the spell? I don't. All right. And out of it come 2 missiles, which hit and do 2d4 plus 2. 8 points of damage at this one here. And tinkle, 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 little chunks go off of that. All right. Let's see here. Okay, so the one over here does indeed drop and fall on the mind, which doesn't do any damage to it.
Yeah, unfortunately, Tally's isn't as much of a jerk as I am.
She wasn't casting it as. I'd have to think about that. In any case, okay. And the others, none of them are actually in range. They are not going to do anything else. Pip. What's their movement? Actually, they are going to shift slightly. Actually,
I am
that one
going to.
is almost close enough. Okay. All right.
I am going to move here. And I will give a bardic inspiration to Tally's. Here you go, buddy.
Okay.
Then
Brings
that
us.
will be it.
Okay, brings us standwise.
All right, I'm gonna shoot at the one that's closest to Azathoth.
Okay. Smash! Tinkle, 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 tinkle.
Oh man.
Right, that will end my turn, which means the servant gonna shoot at the same one. Force blast.
The same one is dead. It's
Okay, well then
completely
it's gonna
destroyed.
shoot. All right, I didn't see the X right away. And
So
it's gonna attack the other one straight above us, or straight above them.
I've been hoping that that one would drop on me, because remember, when creatures enter my reach, it provokes an opportunity attack. So it would start falling to hit me, and then I just swipe. You're like,
So
aha!
which one is it? This one that it's attacking? Oh, actually, it doesn't matter. That's a miss. Sorry. Thank you.
And then it's gonna move here, but the lantern's still gonna stay where it was, but the servant's
Okay.
gonna move.
Okay. Azathoth.
Well, none are in melee range, so I guess we will fire at the one here. No, that's on the ground. We'll fire at the one here. Oop, did I accidentally just move just now?
Okay.
I keep losing it. Bang!
Hits squarely.
And then fall damage again?
Yep. And push. Yep. And it's now a yellow dot.
And then I'll shoot. No, that one's on the ground. We'll shoot this one over here.
Actually, it doesn't take fall damage.
It doesn't take fall damage. It falls 40 feet.
Yeah. It's designed to. It does damage when it falls. Anyways, wait, I'm sorry. Which one were you doing?
Over here.
Over here. Okay, that is a hit.
And then, I guess I'll just walk into the center of the room here. And I'll be done.
Cairo.
Okay, I'm gonna take my axe and whack the one above me.
The one on the ground next to you or the one still above you?
Uh,
And the one still above you is 40 feet up.
oh, okay. Then the one
Doesn't matter, that's a
down
miss.
next to me. Okay, let's try that again.
Ah, much better. And it crumbles into a bunch of ice cubes and stops moving.
If he kills something, he gets an attack as a bonus action.
He killed something.
Okay. Do I have to take it right now, or can I move over and then get the extra?
It's a bonus action. So, you can move and then take your bonus action. Yes.
Yeah, even if it wasn't a
have to
bonus
do it.
action, you can still move in between
That
attacks.
one's still on the ceiling.
The yellow ones,
Yeah.
right
Are
here.
there any?
This
Right
one,
here.
the yellow ones are, the yellow dotted ones are on the floor. So this one and the one over here.
Okay,
Okay.
then I'll aim my next one at that one.
Okay, and that, no, I don't want to do the damage to you. That actually is a miss. You come crashing down on the ice floor right next to it as it twitches its end out of the way.
All right, so that's it for me.
Tully's.
So what's the lighting like in here?
Dark except for what you can see, except for the lantern and
Yeah,
the
you've
light
got a
around
lantern
your.
like 10 feet away from you.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm
that's the
asking,
lantern.
so the lantern, is it a cone or is it a circle? It matters because certain spells do a different thing if I'm in dim light or darkness.
He's been using it as a full circle.
Okay, and it's what range, like 60 foot?
Yeah.
Okay, right. In that case, I'm just gonna go ahead and firebolt this one up here.
All right. Give me your roll. Yeah. All right. And lots of little ice shards tinkle down. There is still a slight amount of motion up there.
Okay, and do.
Maybe just slightly. Okay, it's hanging out on the ground underneath it.
That'll be my turn.
All right. Oh, for pity's sake. And she just goes striding across. Let's see here. What do we got? She just goes striding off into the other room. Right, so this one drops to the floor to do no damage. And that will be it. There's nobody underneath this one. It can't drop it. Okay. Pip.
I am just going to Toll the Dead, this one by Cairo.
The one on the ground, okay.
It gets rid of your sanctuary.
Oh, it does. Never mind. I don't want to carry it. I will dodge, because no one's hurt. And that's it.
Endwise.
All right, I'm going to move up next to this one that's on the ground here. And I'm going to use Booming Blade.
Okay, Booming Blade. Let's see, the one you're next to. Where are you? You're over there. All right.
So it takes one.
No, he's using booming blade.
Yeah, it doesn't deal
So-
damage until it moves.
Ah, okay. It does more
Yeah,
damage.
the 3 is two-handed slashing, which he's only using one, right? And then
No, I'm swinging with two hands.
okay, so then it's
Okay, so
3.
it does 3. Take 2 more off. All right.
All right. As a bonus action, or as a reaction, if you want to use your reaction, Cairo, you are within range of one. You can take a melee attack.
Okay. Womp womp.
All right. So that did not do anything. That there again cracks some of the ice on the floor next to it.
All right.
Oh, sorry. I moved.
That's
Pushed,
fine. I can
continue
just
to
do the
attack.
damage. He's attacking the one next to me that I just attacked. He missed anyways, but that's the one he's attacking.
Okay. All right. Azatoth.
I'll run here and attack the piercer on the left with an actual attack. Oh, do it again.
Okay, that hits. The one on the left, you said?
Yeah, by him.
By yep.
And then since that hit, I will also use a bonus action palm attack. 12 with dice. Jeez. All right, that's it.
Cairo.
Another axe strike at the piercer I'm fighting.
That is a miss again. You are chopping up the floor. We're gonna need to get a serious floor polisher in here to clean up afterwards. Or what is it? What is it that does the ice rinks?
Zamboni.
Zamboni, that's
yes,
it, yeah.
that. Yeah, to get all the. Okay, you are chopping up the floor around that thing.
I guess that's it.
Okay. Tully's.
All right, I'm going to try shooting the one that Kairo's attacking
All right.
with a firebolt.
All right. And that firebolt hits squarely. Some of it shatters off. It gets a little bit wet on the outside. It is still wiggling a bit.
And my ghosty boy's gonna raise his fist like he's about to punch the piercer, but obviously it can't really do anything. That'll end my turn.
Evelyn, you did say it was up further, correct? And she's heading over to the staircase.
Hey, I think she's about to go get the go steal the loot from us while we're fighting.
Moves over here. This one is still on the ceiling. This one drops. Oh no, it's on the floor already. It's just bloody. Ah, it's fuss. All right, there we go. Okay, Pip.
Okay, I give up on Sanctuary. I'm just going to Toll the Dead, this one by Cairo.
Okay, the one by oh, for heaven's sakes! The one by Cairo.
Get it?
Can't even take half of that, so that will be
It's
dead.
cantrip.
Oh, right. So it could survive it. Never mind. That had, I don't remember how much that had before. I think it had this much. Oh, fuss. I think it had this much before. All right. Let's see here. So that's a wisdom save. Do these things have any wisdom? Not really. Not enough. It's dead. I was right the first time. It's dead. Anything else, Pip?
No, that's it for me.
Endwise.
All right, seeing that it's not moving after I attack it, I'm not going to bother with Booming Blade, but I am still going to swing at it.
Oh, okay. And you crush it to little pieces. It's now a slushy.
Cairo, you may use your reaction to take a melee attack.
He no longer has anything in melee.
Oh, yep. Actually, nobody does.
What are you talking about?
The one next to you is still on the ceiling.
This one's on the ceiling. This one's dead.
Does it specify a melee attack or does it say opportunity attack?
To make, let's see, enable one creature within 60 feet to use its reaction to make one weapon attack.
One weapon attack. There you go.
Yeah, so if it was a ranged weapon, that would, but it doesn't matter because I don't think any of us are.
Yeah, I'm the only one with ranged.
Okay.
But I am going to end my turn telling my servant to attack the one still on the ceiling.
All right. And it misses. It goes up there and it boosts a burst of force that just sort of skims past it and shakes loose an icicle. All right. Azatoth.
Some more Eldritch Blasts on the one right here.
Okay.
So we have a hit,
That's
4.
a definite hit.
Then another hit for 7.
And does it do the drop and push thing?
It's not optional.
Drop and push.
20, because I hit him twice.
20.
But it's okay, because I'm running up on him. Rah! Actually, I stand right here. Now I'm next to all of them. Haha.
All
And
right.
done.
Cairo. There are 2 live ones. Both are on the floor over here. I'll move the ghosty guy a little side.
Okay. Another axe attack.
Your axe does not like you today. It's rebelling against
Oh,
you.
Jesus.
It really is rebelling against you. You need to change the color of your dice or something. Anything else to do, Cairo?
Okay, I'm going to cast Spiritual Weapon and see if that
I wonder what
works.
happens if you try to miss the thing. And, if you try hitting the floor and you miss the floor, would you hit the thing? Okay, give me your spiritual weapon. There we go. That one is dead. Good Lord. You rolled it twice and it critted twice. Oh, for heaven's sakes. Okay, anyways, that one is dead. And
Okay.
your spiritual weapon is shimmering a little bit of red around the edge, a little bit of sunlight in your rage, your fiery rage of the sun.
Yes, indeed. That is all for me.
All right, Tully's.
All right, so Tally's is going to go ahead and let's see. He's going to start moving up a bit. So head up to the firebolt at the remaining one on the ground,
Okay. Oh yeah.
and then keep moving. And then he's going to tell his spirit to follow him. And say, "Yeah, you're not getting to the loot before us."
as if. And she starts heading up the stairs. All right, so before, actually, I'll bring you guys all up. Let's gather you guys together. I'll bring you all up onto the roof. Let's go up onto the roof. You can see the view on the pretty roof. Maybe. Nope, that didn't work. Oh, fuss. I need my fuss counter over here. All right, so you guys are up on the roof, and I think this is a good place to stop, and we will start here next time. How long has it been? It's only been a few minutes.
You didn't move Cairo.
I'm sorry, Cairo. Oh, you are right. I missed Cairo. Let's get Cairo here. It's only been a few minutes. However, the sky above, though dark, has a very brilliant aurora starting to span across the sky, spreading out from here.
That one there, that's the chest that's glowing.
And we will open the chest next time.
All right. Well, you heard it. That's going to be it for today. Thank you all for coming and hanging out. I hope you had fun. If you did, make sure you hit that follow button. If you haven't already, join us in the Discord. That's where we organize all of our games. It's where you need to be if you want to get involved. And hopefully I see you tomorrow for Tomb of Annihilation. That's going to be a lot of fun. All right, bye, everyone.